I want you to picture the most beautifully designed premium product you can imagine. What do you see? Clean lines, perfect symmetry, flawless colors. Well, what if I told you that by 2026, the most sought-after designs might look like they were, sketched on a napkin right before the meeting?
And that's exactly the point, Ben. We're in the middle of a major design rebellion. For years, the goal was perfection. Now, in a world where artificial intelligence can generate a flawless logo in like 3 seconds,
Right.
designers are strategically, intentionally making things imperfect.
Okay, let's pause there. I think a lot of people hearing that will think what I'm thinking. Are we just talking about sloppy work? Why would anyone pay a premium for something that looks unfinished?
It's a great question, Leo. And, it's really all about context. The blog we're discussing calls it AI perfection fatigue.
Yeah.
Think about it. AI design tools are now so accessible that a startup with zero budget can create visuals that look as polished as a Fortune 500 company. The result is what observers are calling algorithmic sameness.
Everything just starts to look the same.
Exactly. When perfection is generic,
Yeah.
imperfection becomes the ultimate signal of human authorship. It's proof that a person, not an algorithm, made this. The blog breaks this down into 3 amazing movements.
Okay.
The first is naive design.
Oh, I love this one. It's that childlike, spontaneous look. Wobbly lines, scratchy textures,
Right.
illustrations that feel like they came right out of a notebook margin.
But it's not actually childish. It's highly skilled designers consciously mimicking that freedom.
Wow.
It's calculated chaos. Think of a brand like Rowing Blazers. Their graphics are intentionally crude, and it works because it just screams creativity and rejects those formal, stuffy design standards.
Right.
It feels approachable and honest.
Okay, so that's the friendly rebellion. What's next?
Next is anti-design, which is the full-throated revolution. This is where you deliberately break the sacred rules of design.
Oh, yeah?
Hierarchy, readability, balance. You get these jarring color combos, aggressively overlapping text, clashing fonts. But conventional standards, it can look messy, even ugly.
See, this is the one I struggle with. Where is the line between a bold, intentional statement and just bad design that doesn't work? It seems incredibly risky for a brand.
It is risky, and it's not for everyone. The blog has a great matrix on this. A creative agency or a streetwear brand? High suitability. A healthcare or financial services company? Absolutely not. But for the right brand, like the tech platform Gumroad and its brutalist design,
Right.
It signals that they're for a specific in-the-know audience. It's a filter.
And the third approach, which sits beautifully in the middle, is freehand artistry. This isn't about chaos, it's about craft. It's celebrating the visible evidence of the artist's hand. The subtle texture of a brushstroke, the slight bleed of watercolor, the impression of a letterpress.
And this connects directly to the business case. Studies show that when we perceive effort, we assign more value. Each of those little flaws from a human hand signals care and justifies a premium price. The blog mentions consumers are willing to pay a 20–30% premium for products that feel artisanal.
So how does a brand actually manufacture imperfection at scale? You can't have an artist hand-painting every single one of your million units.
That's the pragmatic question, and there are brilliant solutions. You can use analog printing methods like letterpress or screen printing,
Okay.
which have natural, built-in variations. Or even better, you can choose materials with inherent imperfections. Think of recycled paperboard with its visible fibers, or bamboo cap where the grain is unique to each piece.
And that's a perfect bridge to sustainability. Instead of rejecting a batch or packaging because the color is slightly off,
Right.
you celebrate it. You tell a story. Our packaging has variations because we use recycled content.
Mm-hmm.
And that reduces waste.
It turns a production challenge into a powerful brand message.
Aha. Okay, that clicks for me. You're not faking it. You're leaning into the reality of a more sustainable process. But you still have to be careful. The blog rightfully points out that functionality is paramount.
Totally.
Your cool, imperfect typography is useless if customers can't read the ingredients list.
100%. The article calls it the strategic imperfection framework. Rule number 1 is that it must be intentional, not accidental.
Right.
It has to serve the brand story. A massive bank using naive, hand-drawn logos will feel disingenuous. A small batch chocolatier doing the same feels authentic.
It's the ultimate show, don't tell.
Mhm.
The imperfect design shows the brand's values of craft, of humanity, of sustainability,
Yes.
without having to say a single word. In a world saturated with digital noise and AI perfection, that visual honesty is becoming the ultimate luxury.
So, in the end, the fight isn't against ugliness, but against an inhuman perfection that makes everything look the same.
Beautifully put.
And that leads to a question we'd like to leave with our audience. As we're surrounded by these new authentic aesthetics, take a look at the brands you love. Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about.
Okay.
Where do you draw the line between a brand that is genuinely embodying authenticity and one that is simply marketing a very convincing, perfectly imperfect story?